Rockie Talk.
Hey. Welcome, everyone. It's truly so awesome to have y'all here with us. This is the inaugural episode, right? Inaugural episode of Rockie Talk radio show. Man, this has been a long time coming. Yeah?
5 years and then some.
5 years.
Always talked about starting a podcast, but really didn't want to put our butts out there, did we? You know, I just...
Yeah.
But it's time. It's time to save America. We are up against a lot of pressures to save our freedoms. And so we're going to get online and talk about what's necessary to make that happen.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was almost... I mean, you've been sort of floating this idea of sort of a talk show, like you said, for a while now. And for me, I think it was a different kind of hesitancy. Some similarities, obviously, right? Put your face out there, your name out there, your opinion out there. But I feel like there is, at this point, more harm done if we don't, say something, speak, what's true to us, and speak our minds and our hearts, and I think it's, like you said, more important now than ever, because I certainly don't want to get to a certain place and feel like I haven't contributed, right?
Yeah, it's sort of one of those, when your kid grows up and asks you, what did you do to help save America? You want to be able to say that we spoke up. We spoke out.
Yeah.
We told truth to power.
Yeah.
And that's not the current administration power. It's truth to global power, in my mind.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of that going on right now, right? We're looking at the sort of Axis powers, U.S., China, Russia, Iran, and I feel like obviously there are a lot of distractions, I think, that are kind of pulling attention away from this long game that countries like Russia and China and Iran are playing, kind of in the shadows, right? And we've seen a lot of recent espionage from China and Russia. We've seen a lot of attempt to acquire lands in the U.S. and these are this is all the shape shifting, right, that's going on behind the scenes, and I think that sometimes the decisions that this current administration is making, is to sort of get ahead of that, or in some instances catch up, because in a way it's kind of been ignored, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, let's move on to one of Ryan's favorite topics, which is Rockie Talk Sports.
Sports, yes. That is my wheelhouse.
Yeah, let's go.
It is my wheelhouse, yeah.
What we got?
Okay. Folks, where to start? We have a lot. We've got the Australian Open going on right now. Fourth round, moving into the quarters. I think we've got tonight at what time is it? What time is it right now?
It's January 26th, 7:23 Mountain Time.
7:23 in 7 minutes time. We've got Alexander Zverev, Sasha, the German giant going up against who is it? The German giant going up against Lerner Tien, the up and coming American tennis superstar. I think it's going to be a spicy one. I really do. We've also got Tomorrow we've got Djokovic, the number 4 seed, against the Italian, the number 5th seed, Musetti. That's going to be a fun one to watch. I can't remember the last time Musetti's made it to the quarterfinals in the Australian Open. Maybe never. I'm going to have to look that one up. The number 8 seed, Blake Shelton, the American, gotta love that, against Yannick Sinner, the number 2 seed. And then, of course, Carlos Alcaraz, man, what a talent. And then de Minaur, the only Aussie left on the men or women's side, the number 6 seed. So, of course, you got to cheer for the Aussie, right? I mean, you got to show some love to the Aussie, oi, 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 baby. And, we just finished up. The PGA Tour just got kicked off. Beginning of the year in Hawaii, the Sony Open. We didn't see world number 1 Scotty Scheffler in that event. Chris Goddard, though, another fantastic player, almost made the Ryder Cup team last year. He topped the field with a solid win to kick off the season. That big kahuna of a swing, Chris Goddard, Scott. Awesome watching him play. And then and then we just actually this past weekend finished up with the Pro-Am, the American Express. We had we had Blades Brown, the 18-year-old American, playing on the Corn Ferry Tour. Just absolutely just slicing and dicing it up out there. I think he finished 20 under. Amazing top 10 finish for Blades Brown. Congratulations to him. A lot more coming from him. And then of course, almost to be expected, Scotty Scheffler, man, out there just doing his thing, man. Just as smooth as butter, that swing. Got it done.
Smooth as butter.
Smooth as butter. Got it done. And then let's see. In some other news, soccer, European footy, a absolutely crushing defeat for the Gunners. If you're an Arsenal fan out there, I feel for you. Still atop the table, 50 points. But the gap has closed. City and Villa, we're closing in 4 points behind, 46. It looks like a 3-horse race for the title. We're about 2/3 of the way through the season, and it's gonna be a close one. I feel. Those two are gonna keep it close. I feel like Villa and City, and but you know what? I'm as a Brighton fan myself. We've given them some amazing players. You're welcome. We've given a lot of top 4 teams some fantastic players.
That's the bird, by the way.
The bird, the goal. Love the Seagulls, baby. Love the goals, baby. Shout out
different
Seagulls.
Different kind of seagulls from what's going on right now in the NFL, but
yes, no,
that's Seattle.
It's more of
Brighton.
a bird of prey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who are tough to beat, by the way.
We are a scrappy team. We're a scrappy team, but David Raya and Trossard, man, they're doing fantastic things on that squad. And you know what? It's been a long time coming. Arsenal 2003, the Gunners' last title, with Thierry Henry and Bergkamp, and man, some just generational talents. So I do. You know what? I am pulling for Arteta and Arsenal to pull it off in the end. Like I said, it's going to be a close one. I think that match at the end of the season, where they face City away, I believe, that's going to be a tricky one. It's going to be close, and it might come down to a couple points, right? Awesome. Well, John, that's it for me. I could go on and on and on. We've got the semifinal of the EFL Cup coming up February 3rd, February 4th. Stay tuned for that. Those are going to be some awesome matches.
So we're going to be bringing that to you live right here. No?
We could be.
No.
Wait,
We're gonna have some problems.
something we haven't
Yeah, we gotta pay
discussed.
copyright infringement.
Maybe we'll do. Maybe we'll do. Maybe
We can do a play-by-play. You know,
maybe we'll do like action video.
We do like that.
Yeah.
That gaming graphic with the play-by-play. Have you seen that?
No.
The football
No.
streaming on YouTube where they.
Oh, you mean where it's like animated, but
Yeah.
it's following the real time.
It's like
play of the
a
game?
EA Sports game kind of
Yes, I
characters.
follow.
Anyway,
Follow, yes.
all right, that's enough for sports right now.
Well, so what's anything going on in the world of the paranormal?
Well, funny you should say, Skinwalker Ranch. Who doesn't love Skinwalker Ranch? It's a portal. It's a portal. There's a UFO underneath the mesa.
But is there? I mean, how long has Skinwalker Ranch been going on? I mean, it's like,
Listen,
I mean, how much new material can these guys?
it's like Oak Island. If they find the treasure, the show's over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they find the UFO,
You know,
find the aliens, the show's over.
speaking of
So
paranormal stuff, I think
I've been there twice.
time to light some incense, don't you think?
I like it.
It's set the mood.
I've been to Skinwalker twice. The first time I went there, I was with my daughter, and there was a gentleman outside the ranch that had night vision goggles, like the $15,000 headgear, and I was so happy because I was just,
You mean like from like military
tactical
surplus?
military, yes, yes. And I saw
What were you thinking? You think
satellites, and we saw some UAPs. Could have been. I don't know.
Do you think he was it was real tactical gear? Like he was a veteran? Or do you think he got
No,
it
it
from,
was $15,000 head. Yeah, his thing was
so like
expensive.
no, he didn't find this at Salvation.
I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want to put it on just because I'm like $10,000.
Oh, he offered to let
Yeah,
you
hey,
use
you
it.
want to look through this? And I'm like, man, you drop this on the ground, you got a problem. We went to UFO Hill and Extraterrestrial Highway.
That's a creepy.
No, we
drive.
went there.
No, we went there. That's a creepy.
Roswell and stuff.
Yeah,
on your
yeah,
way to
on-
California during COVID.
drive. Right, to
Yeah.
pick up some stuff.
And we parked near the, what was it, the cafe?
Oh,
And-
the little
and Rachel-
alien, the little alien.
Yeah, and Rachel, Nevada. And so we park and we have to sleep because we've been driving all night. And so we're sitting in this little Subi crosstrack in the parking lot, and 100 feet away is a trailer park. And they're out drinking and partying. And we sort of felt awkward because they kept looking over like, what the hell is going on?
Almost like they were expecting it
Oh,
to be alone.
I don't know. It was during COVID.
I don't. I mean,
But they were not wearing masks, by the way.
maybe we were interrupting a who knows a landing, extraterrestrial human sort. I mean, I'll tell you, there was a lot of light and there was a lot of power coming from that, from Area 51. That's for sure. I mean, they were sucking some power down, baby.
Yeah. And we drove out to Area 51, the back entrance.
Yeah,
And we got up to the gate,
kicking up dust.
and we just had this feeling. Of course, we're driving and hiding our faces, doing this number. And the thought that they didn't know who was coming and who was in the car is just silly. Because they know. They know.
No,
they know what's going on.
Cameras, radar, all sorts of.
Yeah, GPS tracking, listening to our phones. And
Yeah. Those desert critters probably weren't even real. They were probably animatronic.
And we had this funny story that we were telling because we stopped halfway down the road just to look at rocks, take a piss, and do whatever. And we just imagined that there's these guys in a guard shack at the back of Area 51 going, when are they going to get here? Good Lord, man, I'm ready to go to lunch.
We were teasing them.
These two guys coming to Area 51. Oh, my God. Other paranormal. The best Bigfoot footage recently was the and we're gonna post all this stuff. I think we actually have video and pictures from our trip to California when we went through Nevada. Anyway, was the Colorado Bigfoot that was captured off the train. There was a tourist train.
That's
And
right.
he was on the side of the mountain, and he sat down. And we're gonna put that into
So that's the most recent.
and it's probably one of the best videos.
I remember seeing it, and folks, let me tell you, it was very convincing.
Well, the area that you'd have to travel to fake it is almost impossible to get to. It's on the other side. It's on the top of a hill.
Yeah, you said it was like in the middle of nowhere, right?
And maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll try to get back to that spot and show everybody how difficult it would be to try and fake something like that.
Stay tuned, folks.
Yes. We're going to do some Bigfoot hunts.
Jono and Ryan's first adventure.
Well, and remember, we saw that UFO a couple of years ago. It ended up being a drone
What was it?
What?
You talking about in the
in Frisco off the side deck. And we were all we were not drinking at all. No. And we saw this thing come up, and then it had all the characteristic blinking colors of a drone.
Yeah, but didn't we see some weird things when we were at Skinwalker Ranch too?
Well, in Nevada. We didn't go to Skinwalker,
Yeah, we did.
did we? You and I?
Yeah, we parked right on the other side of the fence.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been there so many times, you can sort of forget, you know.
This guy, he must have been driving drunk the entire time.
Hey, never do that. I drive, and then I get drunk.
We only cracked that bottle of bourbon once the car was parked.
And we were not in the seats, and we were outside of the vehicle.
Yes, we did not trespass.
Nope.
We were parked in I guess it was a public place.
We saw some cool stuff from UFO Hill. Remember there was that parking area that was called UFO
we were
Hill?
almost on top of the plateau.
Yeah,
there,
we saw
and-
some
yeah,
really
yeah.
interesting lights and stuff. Probably should have recorded it so we could put it on here now, but yeah.
Yeah.
There's always time.
Some shifting shadows. I'm sure of it.
Slavonic Bigfoot is where you want to go. And we'll put the link in the video here, but Todd Standing, he's your guy for Bigfoot. If you want to know about it, go Todd. Todd Standing. Yeah.
Go look at Todd.
Yeah. He's good. And I just not a lot of paranormal stuff. There's so much stuff UFO that comes out every day that it's hard to what's AI, what's not AI.
Oh, well, I mean, some of the stuff you were showing me recently was,
There's cooling in Colorado here.
yeah. I just mean, mostly I'm talking about the ones that, you've got friends or a mom or a dad that's out back in the yard with their kids, or two friends are messing around with fireworks, and it's this creature that clearly looks, like you said, at this point it could be AI generated, it could be somebody in a costume, and I, kudos to the host, the host out there. I mean, they are really working hard to sell it.
I think what we should do is we'll do a video on all the current video coverage of aliens and debunk it. Just look at it and say, fake or not. You know what I mean? And sort of try and give our opinion on whether we think it could be fake.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much out there to sift through, like you said. I mean, maybe stick to UFOs and those sorts of sightings, Bigfoot.
And I think
Try to make that our wheelhouse.
Yeah, I think as we move forward, we're going to have sports,
Yeah,
specific shows. We're going to do paranormal specific. We're going to do political specific.
maybe a little pop culture.
This is our first
entertainment.
episode. We're just giving you a flavor of the personalities you're going to be dealing with.
Inaugural episode, baby.
Yeah. So we're going to do a great deal of things. We know everyone's dealing with a lot of weather right now. course, being in the mountains, we deal with it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, but we love it. The snow's finally here, eh?
But our heart goes out because you guys don't have 4-wheel drive and you're not prepared for this kind of stuff. Stay at home. Just stay home. Don't go out there. I mean, negative temperature.
Yeah, I mean, did you ever play with in Georgia, right? We got a lot of like ice storms, sleet, type weather, cold weather, and I always icicles were, as a kid, icicles were fun, but they were also dangerous. Did you ever have? Did you have? Did you ever like get what was it in the movie when he gets his tongue stuck to the?
Oh well, yeah, doing stupid things in the wintertime and getting caught and in trouble.
Yeah.
I got plenty of stories, but we'll save those for another podcast.
Sure,
keep rolling.
Sure, yeah,
keep rolling here. So, I mean, I could tell you a story where I got the nickname Puke Boy, which has a very winter storm related.
Let's warm them up. Let's.
Yeah, we don't want to go there yet.
Warm them up.
Yeah, wasn't a good day for John.
Yeah, I like the clubbing glow stick story.
Oh yes.
That's a good one too.
Yes.
We'll get there.
Some acid, big German Shepherd, something rave.
I forget the German Shepherd.
Well, we were coming out of
I totally missed that segment of the story.
Listen,
the German Shepherd.
We were coming out of the rave at 3:00 in the morning, and the local law enforcement had like 3 or 4 canine units standing outside the exit.
That had to make your heart start.
We went from and then walk out the door, and it's these dogs are coming after us. It was scary. Then we're on the highway, and the glow sticks are in.
That would be.
And there was a
terrifying.
There was a convoy of police cars going down the road, and we escaped without harm. Thank God. I'll tell you the whole story. It's great.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. Anything?
I don't know. I mean,
let's move on from paranormal.
Yeah.
Where you want to go next? Minneapolis?
Oh,
my God, Minneapolis! No. Listen, we're not going to get into that right now because
no.
You got a lot of pressure and stress, and everybody's pissed off, and
you
got law enforcement trying to do their job, and people are getting hurt. And there's nothing to add. What's to add?
It's
to that story.
Well, I mean, right now it's a tough. It's a tough topic to talk about. We will have a conversation about that and a debate about that.
Keep going.
Yeah. We are going to have a talk, a debate about that, a conversation about that. As more details kind of.
I'm just pouring a drink for you.
Go.
I'm right on top of the coffee too.
Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Yeah, we're definitely gonna comment on it as more details get released. But
not sponsored by, but we're gonna have a little Woodford. How about cheers to our first episode and to
cheers to the inaugural.
All of you out there that are going to support us.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, hey, just hit the like button, subscribe. There is a GoFundMe link. We're going to do the best we can to bring you great content, but we need help because we're just 2 bored guys in a rich town. But here's to you, brother.
Chew. But yeah, no, I mean there are a lot of there's a lot going on. But I think before we dive into that, I think in our next episode, I think one of the more interesting things that happened today was this. We went out to lunch. We got everything set up and we went out to lunch and to this little dive bar in town, And we met this quirky character who we'll call him
Mr. X.
Mr. X.
Mr. X.
And Mr. X wasn't shy about letting us know that he was eavesdropping on our conversation, and it was a good conversation.
We were talking about Russia?
Well, yeah, we were talking about the Axis powers.
Yeah.
And he sort of made a comment about Rome, and we started kind of folding into another conversation because you were mentioning something about that sort of timeline of you're right, you're 250 years old, quarter of a century, and sort of mapping historically how there's a sort of rise and fall, right? And we're in this sort of denouement that we're seeing a lot of rise of corruption and then that eventually, right, historically has led to a downfall or sort of collapsing of society in different ways. And
most of them don't last more than 250 years. And that's where we are. We're at 250 years. So
well, and there are some exceptions, right, that you mentioned.
Mongolia.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there's a...
Well, Rome was, yeah.
But generally speaking, most modern civilizations last 250 years, somewhere around there, and then they die through internal collapse. And it's obvious to see that that's what we're going through right now. We got corruption all over the damn place. Everybody fighting, everyone at their freaking throats of everyone else. It's just...
Yeah.
It's hard to see how we can make it through, but we will. Because this is America. As you can see behind us, we're patriotic, God-fearing, loving Americans, and we love everybody. We like,
Yeah, well, and it's I this idea of being patriotic and loving your country, it gets a bad rap. I mean, we can agree that there's corruption that stems from a number of different. Both sides, different avenues, bureaucratic entities. I mean, you name it. I mean, there's corruption everywhere, but again, I love this country. I know you love this country, and the United States of America is a unique experiment. It's one of a kind. There is no other country in the world that has a constitution like ours, and we both believe that it's worth fighting for.
And there's never been a country like this before. Okay, the representative republic of the United States has never been duplicated, not in modern history or written history. It is the best experiment in freedom that the world has ever seen, and we're going to lose it if we don't fight for it.
Well, we're at a tipping point, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And let's go SpaceX to Mars. We could talk a little SpaceX if you want, but
well, that's I mean, let's pivot. That's great, right? I mean, what have you got on the SpaceX front? What have you got on the space front?
They're going for Flight 12, so they're trying to put together both the Starship and the booster. They're trying to, through iteration,
the booster.
The booster.
I love boosters.
Especially booster seats, you little man. Elon's doing his best. And I love it because it's just modern tech. Who doesn't love rockets going up?
Oh, it's awesome, man.
Starlink.
So awesome.
And we're probably going to cut this in the next 30 seconds here so we can make it a 30-minute video. But we're going to come back. We're going to talk about Iran because the people out there are dying in real protesting, not the Minnesota protest against ICE. I mean, that's protesting, but they're not under a persecution like in Iran. So,
well, I think this,
and I think that's probably more important for us to concentrate on as a country to support the protesters there than anywhere.
Well, it was something that I was, it was something that I was talking to you about over the phone the other day, and that was, there's all of this sort of rhetoric out there. People are upset and they're frustrated and they're infuriated about what's going on in Minnesota, in Minneapolis with ICE, and what upsets me and what infuriates me is truly what's going on in Iran. The unreal human rights, rather very real human rights atrocities that are being committed in Iran, and I think what upsets me is that more weight and more gravitas has been put on the three instances with ICE, as opposed to what's the
20,000 dead,
the horrific things that are going on in Iran, the reported UN reported doctors on the ground there, the UN rapporteur that reported 20,000, potentially upwards of 30,000 deaths, over 300,000 injured, and it's incredibly tragic, and the people of Iran need us. They need us. They're clamoring for any help, and the UN recently, I think it was on the 23rd, just a couple of days ago, they had they had a meeting, and I think they voted, I think it was 27 in favor, 5 against, and I think some were 14 or something that were kind of neutral on it, in terms of making an international, not only an international statement about what's going on in Iran, but also leading investigations into these human rights atrocities. And I just think this needs more coverage. These people are asking for our help. They need our help. They deserve the world's help. And I mean, if we're anyone that is out there that is someone that is standing up against, or believes in standing up against authoritarian, totalitarian dictatorships and regimes, there is no better example of the government in Iran, and we're seeing people are starving. As you said, you believe that there's a portion of this that stemmed from the protest, stemmed from not having water.
Yeah, I was watching news articles coming out of Iran that were talking about the industrial base consuming most of the fresh water that would supply Tehran. And I can't help but to think that you go thirsty for a month, you'll start protesting, and that has a little bit to do with it. It's just another example of oppression and a disregard for human life, in an authoritarian country. Yeah. And if you think you've got it bad in Minnesota, well, I got a place over in the Middle East that you might want to go visit. You can get a perspective on things. I'm just telling you. They're hurting over there. So we might even, our hearts go out to the people. They have been under this tyrannical theocracy, right?
Yeah.
For a long period of time. And we're probably more to blame for that than anybody, because we installed, all the leadership over there back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s.
Say about 50 years ago, 57 years ago, yeah.
But they are as an advanced, intelligent, westernized culture as you can get. It's just, my heart goes out to them. Maybe next episode we'll try to do a GoFundMe so we can put together some money to support the people out there.
Yeah.
Maybe even like with Starlink, so they can get communications, basic supplies. They're going to need them. When this is all said and done, Iran's going to need a lot of help. So
we're asking for your help as well. We're going to do our part, but any help and any love for the Iranian people is appreciated.
So hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. We have a GoFundMe in the description. Send us some bucks. We're gonna have a channel. We're not gonna stop doing it, but the more help that we get, the faster we can put out content.
Yeah, y'all.
We'd love to do it daily.
Thank you.
We'll put as much content out as quickly as possible. We've got a lot of things to discuss and a lot of areas to cover, and we look forward to bringing it to you. I mean, look at this guy.
look at this guy.
He needs a shave, but he's good looking.
Do that.
I'm a little heavy, so maybe I'll lose some weight before we do another podcast. So just
thanks for reminding.
All right, here's to you guys. Here's to you.
Cheers. Thank y'all.
Yep.
We look forward to to bringing more more content.
Yeah.
Thank y'all again so very much. Again, the inaugural episode of Rockie Talk.
Just to give you a taste of what you can expect in the future, the two personalities involved, and we got a lot of fun. I got a lot of fun stories. They're very self-deprecating. I really don't look too good in them, so the wife might not like these. She's already heard them all, but we don't care. You know what? The curtain is coming back, and we don't have time to play around and try and protect ourselves and filter what we say, and we're over it. Everyone around us is making statements that are just totally idiotic, and we're not going to comment directly to any of the people we know and the comments they're making, but rest assured, there are definitely sides to this political conversation. We're trying to build bridges, right?
Yeah, I think there's always foundational things that we can agree on, and I think those are great places to start having those conversations.
Like Iran.
Yeah.
We can all agree that they need help, and they're in a much worse condition than we could ever imagine. Let's just agree on that. Let's send them some water and food. Maybe try and help them out.
Yeah.
But thank you. Tuning in.
We've got a ton more coming your way. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. As for me, Ryan,
Jono,
this is Rockie Talk, signing off.
Later, guys.